So let me ask you a question. What do you think of when you hear the term due diligence as it relates to exit readiness or a merger and acquisition deal? So a lot of times we're thinking about, taxes and accounting, right? So do the financials line up to the tax returns? Are we closing out on a regular basis? Are we reconciling the accounts? Do we have our P&L, our balance sheet, our statement of cash flows? And then on the tax side, have we filed all required tax returns from a state and federal standpoint? Even payroll taxes, are we completely and fully compliant in that regards? And while that can be a huge part of the due diligence process, there's so much more that needs to be looked at. And so here are some other things that I want to make sure that you really understand are looked at when due diligence happens, right? There's the HR piece of it, right? We want to make sure that all of the employees are on the roster and that everyone that is eligible for benefits have, received some type of request as to whether they want to be a part of those benefits or not. Like, there's so much that needs to happen on the HR side. On the IT side, they're taking a look at all of the different platforms that you're utilizing to see how they integrate with your processes within your organization. Even operations, right? They're looking at, okay, what is the hierarchy? What does the hierarchy of employees look like for your organization? And then how does that relate to the processes that are taking place? Do we have the right people reporting to the right people? There's so much that's taken into consideration as it relates to due diligence. And so here's a hot take for you. So something that you can do to prepare for any type of due diligence engagement that you might be looking at is actually performing due diligence on yourself. Take a really good close inventory of all of your processes. Make sure you have SOPs. Make sure you have all of your operating agreements in place. Ensure that all contracts are current and that they are consistent with what they've been throughout the years, because the ultimate goal is that you don't want to have anything, you don't want to have any retrades. And this is where a buyer is taking a look at your business and saying, yeah, we think we want to renegotiate our offer, right? So we're trying to avoid those retrades whenever that those offers come across, so that you are maximizing the value of your organization. So perform due diligence, or have a group come in that can perform a smaller due diligence on just various sectors. For instance, we could come in and take a look at the tax and the accounting side to say, okay, things shape up here. You need to make sure that you're ready for the HR piece, the operations piece, the IT piece, all of those other things. And there's more, okay? So there's so much more that you really need to be looking at as it relates to due diligence. Guys, I hope that helps you. We'll see you next time.